Have you ever had a customer who made you think, I wish I never really took this job on or this project? They negotiated your price. They were constantly nagging you for additions of other things that were not in the agreed brief. Things kept creeping in. They wanted an enormous amount of your time, and on. There were demands about this and that. They really did not accept how you were charging. There were questions here and questions there. With all that happening, still, somehow, they were still not happy. Then there is a bigger question that you should be asking here. The question is, what if the customer is not the problem? What if the business that you are running or your business model or the things that you are doing is what is attracting this kind of customer? It could mean that there are some fundamental issues regarding how your business is positioned. So if you're getting customers who are constantly nagging you about price, they want discounts, or they're not very sure about the value that you're offering, then you might not be having a sales problem. What you might be having is a positioning problem. That is what we're unpacking in this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Kenneth Phiri, and this is Phiri Consulting. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, please do consider subscription. And for all those returning viewers, if you have yet not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe so that you don't miss the exciting content that we are bringing you. Remember, our mandate here is to help you build smarter and grow faster. Here is something that we normally don't speak about in business. Sometimes getting more customers doesn't necessarily mean that your business is in a better position or you've got a healthier business. Sometimes growing might also expose the fundamental problems that are wrong in your business. If you grow with a very bad business model, it might even get worse. So growth is not only the most important thing in terms of numbers, but how you grow and the business model that must support this growth is always very important. Now look at a scenario where you have got 20 customers. Now the customers that you have, we split them into two groups. The first group of 10 customers is a profitable group. They follow your processes, and these ones, they don't negotiate on price. They understand what the value is, and they don't give you problems. They pay on time. They don't require a lot of revisions and so forth. They know exactly what they want. But in the second group of 10, you've got other 10 customers that will always nag you for discounts. They want to negotiate for everything. They require a disproportionate amount of your time, and they require revisions and this and that. So basically, these are your problematic customers. Imagine then that you've got a marketing campaign, and in that marketing campaign is very successful. You gain 50 more customers, but the 50 customers that you gain are like the second group where you have got all these other challenges. They still require more of your time. They negotiate about this and this. They question each and every charge that you make and so forth. So basically, these customers require a lot from you, but do not want to part with the money that is requisite to actually give them the right kind of service that they're looking for. So in such a scenario, you're basically not growing. What this will expose is that you do not have a business model that is working, or you are currently knowingly or unknowingly attracting customers that are not really suited for your business. Because if they are bringing you all this grief, and if they are affecting you in terms of the cost that they bring, the additional cost that will affect your profits and so forth, these are definitely not your customers. So the key here is a lot of SMEs are asking the wrong questions when they go to market. The questions that are wrong that they're asking, one of them is, how do I get more customers? Instead, you must rephrase that and maybe ask the question, And the question that you must be asking then now is, how do I get customers that are a best fit for my business? Or how do I get customers that are really suited to what we are trying to build? Because remember, as much as your customers are building their businesses, if for instance you are in a B2B sort of business, you also as an entrepreneur or as an SME are also trying to build your business. So are these customers suited to what you are trying to build as a business or as an entrepreneur? Here is where it really becomes interesting. Your customers don't just appear from nowhere. It means that there is something that you're doing that is attracting these customers. In most cases, it could be your marketing, or it could be any other communications that you're putting out there. Maybe it's your website, it could be your social media, it could be other conversations, for example, sales conversations that you are having in your calls with those particular customers. It could be any other engagements that you have between you and the market. That sort of tells them that you are probably what they are looking for. So how you relate to the market gives the market a clue in terms of whether what you're putting out there is something that they are really interested in. So it could be that whatever you're doing is drawing in the wrong kind of customers. So basically what you are now going to be looking at is, what sort of messaging are you putting out there? Okay, so now if your messaging is that we cater for everyone, basically what you are going to find is that you are going to be probably getting people who are looking for anything at all. So these are people who are not really specific in terms of what they're looking for. So these are the people that require revisions and all those other troubles that come with them. Now, again, if probably your message is around affordability, let's say you say we offer affordable services, the type of customers that you are bound to get with that kind of messaging are customers that will always want negotiations, because the word affordable there suggests that you are open maybe to negotiation, or they become so price sensitive that they feel that they can get a bargain out of you because what you're doing has to be affordable. You said it. If your messaging is vague, then customers begin to make assumptions in terms of what your offer is. And if they cannot really make tangible assumptions, what they begin to do is to compare you on a price. All right. So price become the first thing that comes to mind in terms of what they can get out of you, because you did not clearly ascertain what your value is or what sort of value you are giving out. Do you value yourself enough to state exactly who that particular offer is and how much it costs? It doesn't matter the price. If it is a high price, it means that it's not for everyone. But you have to be specific in this so that you get those that are related to what you're trying to build, those that can identify with the offer, and those that you can build lasting relations with them in trying to push your business forward as they grow as well. The biggest problem then that I've encountered with a lot of SMEs that we are seeing out there, or that we are relating to, and some that we're training in our coaching programs, we find that they want to sort of sell to everyone. So in their sort of messaging or in their approach, their business model is that we cater for everyone. But now the question is, who is everyone? Is it individuals? Is it companies? Is it big companies? Is it small companies? Is it SMEs? Is it startups? Is it professionals? Is it students? Now, your failure to identify exactly who that particular product or service is for, who that particular offer is meant to sort of satisfy, then this becomes a very, very serious problem. Because what it sounds like is that it sounds as if because you cater for everyone, then you are opening up a lot of opportunities for yourself. But what you're basically doing there is that you are creating a whole lot of issues, or you're opening the gate to a whole lot of problems which you are not really positioned to solve in the current state where you are. The reasons for all these problems is if you find yourself having a generic sort of messaging, a very broad messaging, it means you're basically not speaking to anyone directly. The problem with such a broad message of speaking to everyone, it means that you are not really clearly speaking to anyone at all. So there is no one who can relate to that message specifically and say that this solution is for me, or this person is really solving my particular problem. So the question that I usually like to ask here is exactly who is the solution for? All right, who is the solution for? Because it cannot be for everyone. It has to be for a specific person. It has to be for a specific business. You need to identify, maybe in terms of revenue, which business are you making the offer for? Or which problem are you solving? At which stage of growth are they? How much revenue? What is the size of business in terms of the teams that they have? You find others saying maybe we serve small businesses from 2 to 10 persons. Now, you've got a solution there that is specific because your messaging also is specific. So imagine then a scenario where you say, I grow business, or I help you grow your business. What does that particularly mean? Or on the other hand, imagine then if you position yourself and say that we help SMEs in the services sector who have a revenue of more than 1 million, who have finally realized that the founder has become the bottleneck. You are talking to someone who can relate to that message, and in doing so, you have a customer who can actually sit, listen to your messages, and say that this solution is specifically mine. This person is solving my specific problem. Then you are positioning yourself quite well, because this is exactly what positioning does. Positioning ensures that your customers know that you are the solution for them. Your customers can relate to you and can relate to your business because they see themselves in that particular solution. So you are now moving from just being a business that sells to everyone to a business that is positioned to solve a specific problem. Now, here's something that I want you to do. Take, for instance, your current customers, not ideal customers, but the current customers that you have. Take the top 10 customers that you have, or the last 10 customers that you gave or something, or you offered something, or that you are currently servicing. Then ask these questions. The first question is, who is most profitable? Now, when I say most profitable, I'm not looking at the customer that paid the most. I'm actually looking at the customer that left a healthy margin or a good sizable profit for you when the delivery of the particular project or service was completed. And then the second question that you must ask is, who is easiest to deal with? Now, in this, what you are basically looking at is, does the customer follow your process? If they don't follow your process, it means that they are not an easy customer. Remember, in the last video, I said that a customer that follows the process means that they will leave a lot of money on the table because there is reduction in terms of cost, because they will do exactly what you agreed on, and there are no additional cost for you to offer that particular service or to deliver that particular product. The third question is, who got the most value out of the delivery? Okay. Now, the customers usually that get the most value are customers that are easy to retain, and are also customers that are going to also broadcast your services. They will speak about you, and you get a lot of referrals from them. The fourth question is, who required the least founder assistance? Now, if you find all your customers want the founder to be involved when dealing with them, then these are going to sort of create that same bottleneck that we're trying to run away from, which is the founder bottleneck, a lot of work is going to be clogged up because they won't be able to deal with your team, and they won't want to deal with the team anyway. They want you to be involved with them, and they need a lot of hand holding throughout all the processes. Now, these are not your best customers. And number 5, which I think is the most important question, would you take 20 more of these? Now, if there were 20 more customers for you, and these customers are like the ones that you have currently, would you take 20 more of those? Now, your answer to that particular question actually identifies the sort of customers that you currently have right now, and whether or not you should start changing the way you select your customers or the way you appeal to the market, so that you end up bringing in or attracting the ones that you want. If your answer is no to the extra 20 being the same as the one that you have, it means that you must look closely to the type of customers that you have and how you are attracting them. What SMEs need to start really focusing on is they really need to be deliberate in terms of whom they choose to serve. Okay, take for instance a restaurant. A restaurant that says we serve everyone or we sell everything isn't really special, because they are not that special. It's not easy to attract a good clientele. They're just getting everyone there. So there's nothing really special in terms of what they do. But imagine then a restaurant that is specific in terms of maybe they only do beef grills, or they cater for a particular client. You find that that particular restaurant will attract a good clientele. It's a space where maybe people need to book and so forth, because they are not also prepared to take everyone. Now, that is a business that has really positioned itself properly, and it's because of that positioning that you see such businesses thriving. Now, here is a most difficult activity that you ought to be doing, and I know it doesn't necessarily mean that you act on it as swiftly as possible in terms of what we're going to be talking about right now. You need to really think about who the service is not meant for, who your offer is not meant for, which type of customers you must not serve or you do not want to serve. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you should go tomorrow and go and fire those so-called bad customers that you think are not well suited or fit for your business. What it means is that you can learn a lot from these type of customers. Go and look at exactly why they came to you. Okay, what is it exactly that they wanted? What attracted them to you? And after you find out exactly what attracted them to you, is what is it that you promised? Okay, and what is it also that they were looking for? Was it maybe your pricing? Was your pricing the reason why they came across to you to try and maybe link with you as far as that offer is concerned? So these questions help you sort of gather information in terms of what you could have done wrong in terms of bringing these on board, or what the customers thought they had in the messaging, or what were they looking for that you did not sell. Sometimes it could be an issue of that particular mismatch between you and your customer. So if there is a mismatch, it could be that the messaging was wrong, or the product or the service is not meant for them. Once that is cleared and it is clarified, then you are moving progressively towards a better positioning for your business, because it is that clarity that will give you better positioning for your business, and with better positioning you get better customers, which leads you to even an improved profitability in the future. Now, here is a simple exercise that I want you to also do in terms of looking at whether your customers are fit for your business. Okay, take your last 10 customers and then you group them into 3 groups. Group A is more of these. These are profitable, they're good fit, you have a good relationship with them and lead to good results. Group B is maybe they have acceptable economics, some challenges here and there, could improve with better systems or boundaries. Group C is less of these: low margins, high effort, poor fit, constant friction. Now go back and look at Group A. Find out exactly why you have these businesses in Group A. What sort of similarities do they have? Are they from the same industry, or do they have same budgets? What are the sizes in terms of the teams that they have? Are they mostly founder-centric, or are you appealing to decision makers? Are there decision makers that are leading those particular businesses? Is it an issue of maybe geographic location? Is it any other issues or any other similarities that might be there in this particular group? Now, those then become the criteria that you're going to use to choose your next a group of customers, because here the most important thing is that you are also learning on how to position your business. And the better you learn, the faster you learn, the well positioned you're going to be. This will change your messaging. This will bring in or attract the best customers, as long as you are able to identify those particular similarities and the reasons why those particular businesses came on board and became your customers. Now, if you're listening and probably thinking and even asking yourself, you know what, I probably don't know who my best customer is or how to get that particular best customer. What you can do is you can contact us. What we've been developing at Phiri Consulting is a customer and market positioning review. Now, what this will do is that it will help you not only to get more customers, but it will help you identify who your best customer is and position you from the messaging that you have, and also to certain identifiers that will help you segment your market better and have that sort of niche of customers that you are appealing with your particular offers. Certainly, having a better positioning, it means that you will attract the most suitable customers who are a best fit for your business. So please do contact me. I'll leave the contacts in the description below. If you're on LinkedIn, please do leave a message on LinkedIn. Just type customer on my DMs and I'll reach out to you so that we can start having those conversations in order to help you have a better customer and market position. This review is for all SMEs that are really interested in taking their business from where it is right now into greater possibilities in terms of scaling it. So please don't hesitate, just contact me. Contacts are in the description below. The last thing that I want you to take from this video is that your business doesn't really become healthier because you are attracting a lot of customers. Now, healthier and more prosperous businesses get to where they are because they are able to attract customers who are really made for them. What I mean by that is you have an ideal customer profile that really suit you in terms of what you're building as a business, and also customers that will not give you a whole lot of problems, and also customers that really know how to follow the process. If you're able to really identify who these are and why they come, then you build a better business that is well positioned to serve the market, made up of customers that say that solution is mine, or this business solves my specific problem. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't hesitate to subscribe so that you do not miss the exciting content that we're bringing you in the forthcoming weeks. Really looking forward to seeing you next week. Subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.